Hey everybody! So for those that follow my little Instagram account, I had posted a picture of me labeling all these pieces of chipboard, saying that I was finally getting all my dies organized, and I wanted to do a product review slash how I store all my Die-namics because I am so super excited about this unit. I'll do a little before video showing you guys how I was storing my dies before. So here is my before organization. Yeah, note I'm being quite sarcastic about it. Yeah, I've shown these before, these binder storage with the panels, which are awesome for smaller collections. So you've got, you know, I've had them somewhat organized by type, like all the borders and that, but then, yeah, I've got a full one of these of just my MFT Die-namics, plus I think I had a second one with a bunch in it, and then my other brands I have in other binders, and then I've labeled them like so. So I still like these, but for specific collections, like my CC Design cutters, my Paper Smooches Wise dies, like the collections that I don't have tons of, they're great. And they're great for traveling too. If you're gonna go to crops and stuff, you can throw some dies in here, take the binder, it's sealed all the way around, awesome. But for the crazy collection I've amassed with the Die-namics, yeah, it's just not working. I've been throwing them all in this basket for months and months and months now because I didn't know what to do with them. There was just, I was gonna get more binders, but I'd end up with like a stack like this and trying to flip through binders, and I have design team projects to make and all that kind of stuff. Like I use them a lot. So I cannot wait to get this organized. It's just been a mess. It drives me nuts. And I know for the most part kind of where things are in here. Like I've even thrown my stencils in here. But yeah, some of them aren't in packages. It wouldn't be so bad if they were all in their own packaging, because then you could just flip through that way. But all of my design team stuff just comes like in a bag like that, or just no packaging whatsoever. So yeah, it's a mess. You guys can see here, like I don't even know what I have. So I am going to get all of this organized, and yeah. So as you guys saw in that little clip, and I apologize for the shaky camera, I was holding that one, and this time I put it on a tripod because I can't hold my camera steady. So as you guys saw, I had a ton of dies to store and no feasible storage. So what my solution was the largest die storage tote from Stamp & Store. So I can't even barely lift this thing up, it weighs a ton. I got the largest one with the 80 sheets, 80 magnetic sheets, and it is wonderful. I have absolutely no negatives to say about this other than the shipping is quite expensive, but with how much this weighs and how big it is, it's kind of a given. And FYI, I'm in Canada, for those that don't know. Canada and international, we have to pay a fortune, because I know when the box arrived with this, the box one was huge. This was all wrapped up really nicely. The dies were all lined up, or the magnet sheets were all wrapped individually, like in packages, all wrapped up underneath, like no damage whatsoever, super well packaged, and the box weighed, I think it said on the paper, over 17 pounds. So it weighs a ton. So I justified it in that for me to drive to the city and to try and locate anything even remotely similar, which I obviously couldn't find, yeah, it's easier to just order it and have it delivered to my house. So this is wonderful. I love it. They explain on their website really, really well. They've got little diagrams and everything with all the different sizes, because there's 3 different sizes of the die totes. I got the largest. There's a medium size, and then there's a smaller size. You can even get lids for them. And then, yeah, the die sheets, like the magnet sheets, all come in different packaging. You can get different amounts. You can get them just these instead of the totes if you want to make your own, whatever. You get a discount if you purchase it all together, and the price for that is awesome to get. That was my biggest thing too, was trying to find magnet sheets. Magnet is expensive. I looked all different sort of options. You know, you can go to home improvement stores and get like magnetic vent covers. I know people do that. All different kinds, but to get the amount I needed, and then I started pricing it out, and it was going to cost a lot of money. Whereas 80 sheets was an additional, I think it was less than $80. I'm not 100% sure. You'll have to look on their website. But so that works out to around $1 a sheet, and each one has been laminated to chipboard, which I didn't realize. They say that on their site, but I knew it was heavyweight because when I had contact about the shipping, he explained to me that, you know, this is really sturdy, heavyweight, but until you see it for yourself, huge difference. Like, it's really sturdy, and that's what I love about this. So the system works really well because they're so sturdy. You can flip through all your dies, and they're not going to warp and bend and pop the dies off of them. And I've been using this for, like I said, a week or two now. You know, and I've been organizing it and flipping through it and using them, and not a single die has popped off. Like, it just holds up so well. So I'm really, really, really happy with this system. And again, my other second drawback is I actually should have ordered two. Because once I got everything organized, I actually used up every single sheet, and I still need more. Like I said, I knew I had a lot. I didn't realize there was this many until I actually had them all laid out and organized. And yeah, I've got some of my newest ones just on these little binder box sheets just to keep them so I don't lose any of the pieces. But I'm gonna have to save up and get a second set, which then I'll have extra, you know, to grow into as my collection expands. But yeah, I think a lot of people wouldn't need, you know, the largest with the 80 sheets, unless you plan on or have a large collection. But the other thing about this is it is not portable unless you like to do a lot of heavy lifting. I don't obviously plan on moving this. Like I said, I would use like the little binder boxes, or if you get the small die tote, you could totally haul that around. That'd be fine. But this is gonna stay in place. It's right behind my desk. My desk is behind the camera basically, and then I've got my little windows here, and I've got just a unit here where I keep my big shot, and this is just gonna stay here because, like I said, yeah, it was 17 pounds before I filled it with the dies. I'm not even sure what it weighs now, but it's got to weigh probably around 30 something. I'm not sure. It weighs a lot anyway. So yeah, it's just going to stay as is. But even with all that weight, I'll note too, like it's sturdy. It's not, the bottom isn't coming, like it's all really well made. Yeah, I have no qualms about using this. If you're not familiar with their products, everything comes unfinished. It's all nicely sanded, so it's all smooth, really awesome. And then you can paint it. You can leave it as is, or you can paint it whatever you want. I didn't paint mine yet. I'm kind of tempted. I might just spray paint them white, like them. I'm already talking like I'm gonna have a second one. I will eventually. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it unpainted for now until I decide. I'll probably just paint it white though, because I like the look of the white finish. But I'll wait till it's nice out so I can do that outside. But yeah, it gives you all these options to do that. And then, yeah, it's kind of open-ended as to how you want to store them. So yeah, I just took, this is just some cardboard, chipboardy backing from old 12 by 12 paper packs. So one of the few times it's paid off to hoard things. But I cut everything down to, this is 7 inches by, I think I did it 6.5. Yeah, 6.5, something like that. So I just cut them to fit nicely in there. I've labeled them all according to how they're labeled on the MFT website, just because for me, that's how I kind of see my dies. I know how they're kind of organized, so then I know where to look. You know, if I want my blueprints dies, I look here. You know, my alphabets are back here. It just works. So I used my little brother label maker to print off some labels, and then I took my corner chomper and rounded all the edges just to kind of finish it off a little bit. And then yeah, I've got all my dies stored according to how they are on the site. And a lot of them, all I did, this is how I had them stored before, but a lot of them I just took a fine tip Sharpie marker and have it written on the back, like the actual name of the die, just so I know when I go to use it and then link it on my blog and that kind of stuff, I can easily look that up, because yeah, once you get a big collection you start to forget names. So that works. And then some I have labeled according to, where would I have that? I think I have it back. Oh, in the alphabets. I actually printed off labels because ones like this, obviously, I'm not going to label every single one with a Sharpie marker. So I just printed off labels with my label maker. Down the road, I might do that for all of them. I'm running low now on labels for my label maker. So I just kind of left them as is. But yeah, or else if I had purchased the dies, on the back of the packaging, another thing I did was they've got their own little like barcode and the name of the dies. So I was peeling that off and just sticking it on as well. So that works really well and just saves me having to print off a second label. But yeah, I honestly can't say enough good things about this. I just feel so much better now that I've finally got this whole, almost all my dies organized. It's just so much easier than digging through that basket, trying to find them, and yeah, realizing that one, I had a lot more than I thought I did, and then I came across a few that I totally forgot that I had bought, you know, that I had had for years now. So it's awesome. This is such a great system. I really recommend it. If you're, like I said, Canadian or internationally located, you have to contact them and they'll give you like a shipping quote for whatever you order, because they carry way more than just this. Like they do like ink pad storage and marker storage and paper storage and all kinds of stuff. Like I've gone onto their website quite a few times over the past couple years and just started kind of mentally thinking about getting different units and all that kind of stuff. And the nice thing too, like I said, is they've got it all. He's got like little diagrams and everything, so you can know exactly how this is going to measure. Like even like the inside measures like this much, the outside, the height, the width, all that kind of stuff. And then a lot of it's made to fit the IKEA Expedit units, which most of us as crafters own one of those. And that's what I was going to use. I might move one of my Expedit units to have horizontally here, and this will go on top of it. But yeah, I could have put it like in one of the shelves as well, but I like, because this is so big, I like it out and up top just because it's so heavy. I'm not going to like pull it out of a shelf and move it around. It's like I said, it's going to stay right here. The smaller units wouldn't be nearly as bad, but when you get into storing, you know, the dies themselves weigh a fair bit once you start getting a lot, and the magnet obviously weighs quite a bit. So this system works awesome for me. I'm really excited to down the road get a second system and actually have everything properly organized and extra sheets on hand to continue keeping everything organized, because that's just, yeah, again, as crafters, like I think we have more fun half the time collecting things and organizing them and moving them around than we do actually using them. Well, at least I do anyway. Okay, before I forget, I also wanted to mention I will post a link on my blog as well to their email newsletter section on their website, because they do giveaways like every 2 weeks. I thought it was every month, but it's actually every 2 weeks if you sign up for their newsletter. They do a draw for a $50 gift certificate, which is super awesome. So then they've also got a studio storage blog. Again, all the links will be in my blog post. But from that, every month they draw someone to get a $50 refund if they feature your storage pictures and that on their blog. So all that info will be in my blog post. So yeah, I hope this gave you guys some ideas. Make sure to check out my blog post below. And yeah, I am super excited to finally be somewhat more organized with my crafting stuff. I still have a ways to go, but at least the majority of my dies are organized. And thank you guys so much for watching this video and for liking and subscribing to my videos. And I will see you guys later. Bye!